Hello students, welcome to Nagesh Karasgi Orchid School. Myself Snehal Mane, teaching maths for grade 6. In the previous class we have started new lesson, that is basic geometrical ideas, and we have studied about many concepts like point, rays, parallel lines, intersecting lines and many more. In the previous class we have also studied about curve. We know that there are three types of curve. One is simple curve, closed curve and open curve. Okay, so a closed curve, a curve with closed boundary is called as closed curve. A curve with closed boundary is called as closed curve. Simple curve is the one that does not cross itself. Simple curve is the one that does not cross itself. And the last is open curve. A curve that opens in its boundary is called as an open curve. So this is about the curve. There are three types of curve: simple curve, closed curve and open curve. We have also studied about the positions in a figure. Those are outside the boundary, inside the boundary and on the boundary. Polygon. A polygon is a plane closed figure bounded by line segments. A polygon is a plane closed figure. It is a closed figure which is bounded by line segments. Number of line segments are there in a polygon. So this is the main important concept of this lesson, that is components of a polygon. Four main components of a polygon are sides, vertices, adjacent vertices and diagonals. We have studied this, but we will take a quick review over this. Sides. First component of a polygon is sides. See, this is a triangle. So ABC, we name this triangle as triangle ABC. So there are different sides for this triangle. Those are side AB, side BC and side AC. So this triangle has three different sides named by side AB, side BC and side AC. Vertices. In this figure, sides AB and AC meet at point O. See, side AB and side AC meet at point O. In the same way, side AB and side CB meet at point B. In the same way, side AC and side BC meet at point C. So different sides meet at point A, B, C. So A, B, C are the vertices of this triangle. So A is the vertex of the polygon. A is the vertex. Similarly, B and C are also the vertex. It means vertices. As we will see the definition of vertices, the meeting point of a pair of sides. When a pair of sides meet, a common single point is formed, that is called the vertex of a polygon. A single point is called as vertex and three different vertex are called as vertices. Three different points, meeting points of a pair of sides is called vertices. So A, B, C are the vertices of a polygon. If we want to see about only A, so A is called as vertex and A, B, C are commonly called as vertices. Adjacent vertices. See, end points of side AB. This is the side AB and the end points are AB. Here the end points are AC and here the end points are BC. The end points of the same side of a polygon. The end points at the same side of a polygon are known as adjacent vertices. The end points of the same side of a polygon are known as adjacent vertices. Therefore, the pairs of adjacent vertices are AB, BC and CA. The pairs of adjacent vertices are AB, BC and CA. So this is about the adjacent vertices. The last component is diagonal. Consider the pair of vertices which are not adjacent for the below polygon. Now in the previous slide, we have seen that these are the points which lies on the same side, which this is the point which lies on the same side. So, in this diagonal we have to find such a pairs of points that are not adjacent. It means which does not lie on the same side, which does not lie on the same slide. So, now let us join these pairs. See, AD, then AC, EB, and so these are the points like AC, AD, then BD, then BE, then CE are the points which are not adjacent. It means which does not lie on the same line, which does not lie on the same line. So, these are called as diagonals. It means the line obtained by joining two vertices. The line obtained by joining two vertices which are not adjacent, is called as diagonal. What is meant by not adjacent? The points does not lie on the same line. And what is meant by vertices? A pair of line meeting point is called as vertices. So, this is the meeting point called A, and this AD is the point which is not adjacent. So, diagonal means the line obtained by joining two vertices which are not adjacent is called a diagonal. Let us see about the angles. Before going to this, we will solve few examples from exercise 4.2. Classify the following curves as open or closed. It's very simple. Now, the images of few curves are given here. You have to find out whether this is an open curve or a closed curve. Tell me, this is a curve which is drawn without lifting the pencil up. So, which type of curve is it? Yes, it is a open curve. Now, next one, it is again a curve. Which type of curve it is? Yes, it is a closed curve. It has a closed boundary. So, it is called as a closed curve. Next one, this is also a curve which is open towards one end. So, it is a open curve. Now, this is a triangle and it is also drawn without lifting the pencil. So, it is a curve, and which type of curve it is? Yes, it is a closed curve. Next question, draw rough diagrams to illustrate the following: open curve and a closed curve. Any type of open curve as well as closed curve you have to draw here. So, here for showing the open curve we have drawn as circle which is open from the one end, and closed curve any type of polygon you can draw. This is the example of closed curve. Draw any polygon and shade. You have to draw any polygon and you have to shade it. So, here we have drawn a polygon. Instead of this you can draw a square, a rectangle, a triangle or pentagon, hexagon, anything. So, it is a polygon which has number of line segments. So, ABCD is the required polygon whose interior region is shaded. This is the polygon named as ABCD, and the interior of it is shaded. Interior region of this polygon is shaded. Next question, consider the given figure and answer the questions. Is it a curve? See, now the questions are given here and the diagram is shown. This is the diagram. You have to find out whether is it a curve. Is it a curve? Can it be drawn without lifting a pencil? Yes, it is a curve. Then is it closed? Is it a closed curve? Yes, because nowhere we can see the open area. So, it is a closed curve. So, the answer is yes, it is a curve, and yes, it is a closed curve. Next question. Illustrate if possible each one of the following with a rough diagram. Illustrate if possible each one of the following with a rough diagram. See the first one, a closed curve that is not a polygon. A closed curve that is not a polygon. You have to draw a closed curve which is not a polygon. It means it should not contain any line segments. It should not have any line segments, but it should be a closed curve. So the required closed curve is a circle. It is a circle which is not a polygon. So when you are solving this question, you can draw a small curve, that is circle, here in front of the question. Next question, an open curve made up entirely of line segments. So you have to draw an open curve which is made up of line segment. So ABCD is an open curve made up of line segments AB, BC and CD. You have to draw a square which has sides A, B, C, D, and you have to name it as AB, BC and CD, and where one of the sides should be kept open. The one side of the ABCD is kept open. So we can name it as ABCD is a open curve, but that open curve should be made up of line segments. The line segments are as follows: line segment AB, line segment BC and line segment CD. A polygon with two sides is not possible. For question C, a polygon with two sides. We have to draw a polygon with two sides. Is it possible? See, if we draw two line segments, can we draw a polygon? No. For drawing a polygon, we require almost three segments. So if we have three line segments, then we can draw a triangle. But the polygon with two sides is not possible. It is not possible. Okay. So these were the examples from exercise 4.2. Now we will see about angles. Two different rays starting from the same fixed point. Two different rays starting from the same fixed point are said to form an angle between them at the starting point. Two different rays starting from the same fixed point. Now see, in this diagram you can see we have two rays. That is ray BC and ray AC. So when two different rays are starting from the one common fixed point, it is said to form an angle. Then the angle is formed between these two rays. Here the rays are named as ray BC and ray AC, and the angle is formed, and this is the fixed point which is named as C. Let us see the definition one more time. Two different rays starting from the fixed point, this is the fixed point, are said to form an angle between them. An angle is formed between them at the starting point. Representation of an angle. Now see here, in this adjoining figure, two different rays CA and CB start from a fixed point C and form an angle ACB. Now see students, we have two different rays. The names of the rays are ray CB and ray CA. So these two rays have one common point, or the starting point, fixed point, which is called as C. And this forms an angle ACB, where the fixed point, wherever we have the fixed point, we have the fixed point here at C. So C should be written in the middle. So this angle is named as angle ACB. This should be named as angle ACB. It can also be named otherwise as angle BCA. So this is the representation of angle. When two rays start at a fixed point, the starting point is called as C and the angle is formed there. Let us see about the vertex and arms. Point C, which is common to both the rays is called vertex of the angle. Point C. Now we have two different rays. The rays were named as ray CA and ray CB. These meet at common point C. This meet at common point C, which is called as vertex, and these are the rays which are called as arms. These are the rays which are called as arms of an angle and vertex of an angle. Point C, which is the common to both the rays, is called as vertex of an angle ACB. So point C is the vertex of an angle ACB, and the rays CA and CB are called the sides of the arms, are called as the sides or the arms of the angle ACB, Remember symbol, this is the symbol where we use to represent an angle. This is the symbol used to represent an angle, and while reading we read it as angle ACB. Vertex is always written as the middle letter. Vertex is always written as the middle letter. As we have seen here, when we have to name this angle, we have to name it as angle ACB, or it is also named as angle BCA. Always the vertex where the meeting point is there, it should be written in the middle. Vertex is always written as the middle letter. Thus, angle ACB can be written as angle ACB. Here C is the vertex, so C is written in the middle. Interior of an angle. As we have seen, for any rough figure or an diagram, we have the interior, exterior and on. So for the angle also we have the interior part, exterior part and on the boundary. So let us see that. Interior of an angle is the region that lies within its arms. The shaded portion of the adjoining figure shows the interior of angle AOB. Now here the angle is given as angle AOB. O is the vertex because it is the meeting point, and OB and OA are the arms. OB and OA are the arms which are also called as sides or rays. So the part which is lying within the arms, the part which is lying inside the arms is called as interior of an angle, Exterior of an angle. Exterior of an angle is the region that lies outside an angle. Now O is the vertex, OB and OA are the rays. The part which is lying outside the angle is called as exterior of an angle. The shaded portion of adjoining figure shows the exterior of angle AOB. The exterior of the angle AOB is the given shaded portion. You can see sky blue color, which is called as exterior region of an angle AOB. Let us observe the following shapes. Now see, these are the different shapes, yeah, but what is the common in these shapes? Can anyone of you tell me? Yes, very good. All the shapes are different in size but are made up of 3 line segments. See, 1, 2, 3 line segments. Here also we have 3 line segments and 3 line segments. So the shape of the given figures are big and small, but sizes are different, but it has 3 line segments. Let us see about triangles. A simple closed figure which is made up of 3 line segments. A simple closed figure which is made up of 3 line segments is called as a triangle. See, this is A closed figure which is made up of 3 line segment which is named as triangle ABC, and it is made up of 3 line segments is called as triangle. It may be of different sizes. Representation of a triangle. Now you can see here, this is a triangle. A triangle is denoted by a delta. This is the symbol which is called as delta, and we use this delta symbol to denote as a triangle. While reading, we read it as triangle ABC. We read it as triangle ABC. So, 3 sides of triangle ABC are side AB, side BC and side CA. So, these are the 3 different sides of the given triangle. Now, we have to find the 3 angles of triangle ABC. We have to find the 3 angles of triangle ABC. Now, we know that when 2 arms are joining, we get a meeting point and there a angle is formed, So, let us read the names of the angle. Angle BCA, where C is the vertex, angle BAC, where A is the vertex, and angle ABC, where B is the vertex. So, there are 3 vertices, the point A, B and C. The point A, B and C are vertices of triangle ABC, So, we have seen a triangle which is a closed figure, and we have seen the components of a triangle. We denote the triangle by delta and we read it as triangle ABC. The 3 sides of the triangle are triangle AB, it's side AB, side BC and side AC. The 3 angles of triangle ABC are triangle BCA, angle BAC and angle ABC, where ABC are vertices of triangle ABC. Let us see about quadrilaterals. Now, you can see here a figure which is having the 4 line segments. A quadrilateral is a polygon which with 4 sides or edges along with 4 angles. A quadrilateral is having 4 sides or edges. Edges, it means the corners, along with 4 angles. If we have the 4 points, the 4 angles are also forming here. So, a quadrilateral is a polygon with 4 sides, edges along with 4 angles, and while reading, we read it as quadrilateral ABCD. We read it as quadrilateral A, B, C and D. Let us see about the components of a quadrilateral. The following quadrilateral ABCD has. This is the quadrilateral ABCD. 4 sides, namely this quadrilateral has 4 sides. The sides are named as side AB, side BC, side CD and side DA. So, there are the 4 sides 1, 2, 3 and 4. Side AB, side BC, side CD and side DA. 4 vertices, namely A, B, C and D. We have 4 vertices here, A, B, C and D. 4 angles, namely angle DAB, angle DAB and angle ABC, then angle BCD, then angle CDA, to be denoted by angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D. As we have seen, a quadrilateral has 4 vertices, so 4 angles are also formed. The 4 angles are formed at angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D. There are 2 diagonals. It means the points that does not lie on the same side. So, AC and BD are the 2 diagonals. AC and BD are the 2 diagonals. We have seen the components of quadrilateral. It has 4 sides, it has 4 vertices, it forms 4 angles, and there are 2 diagonals, namely AC and BD. Adjacent sides. 2 sides of a quadrilateral which have a common end point are called its adjacent sides. Now see here, 2 sides of a quadrilateral which have common end point. Now let us take the point A. Now we have a common end point A for the 2 sides like BA and DA. We have the common point as A. So 2 sides of a quadrilateral, these are the 2 sides of a quadrilateral which have the common point, common end point as A. So this is called as the adjacent side. It is called as the adjacent side. So the pairs are AB and BC, where B is the common point, then BC and CD, where C is the common point. Next pair is CD and DA, where D is the common point, and the last pair is BA and DA, where A is the common point. So these are the 4 pairs of adjacent side of quadrilateral ABCD. These are the 4 pairs of the adjacent side of quadrilateral ABCD. Adjacent angles. 2 angles of a quadrilateral having a common side are called its adjacent angles. Now we have a quadrilateral where it forms 4 different angles. 4 different angles formed in the quadrilateral. 2 angles of a quadrilateral, suppose A and B are the 2 angles having a common side. Having a common side are called its adjacent angles. Now angle A and angle B has the common side, so it is called as the adjacent angle. The pairs are angle A angle B, then the second pair angle B angle C, third pair angle C angle D, and the fourth pair angle D and angle A are the 4 different pairs of adjacent angles of the quadrilateral ABCD. These are the 4 different pairs of adjacent angles. And what is the adjacent angle? 2 angles which having the common side are called as adjacent angles. Let us see about the opposite sides. Now you can see here AB is opposite to CD, or we can also tell it as CD is opposite to AB. In the same way AD is opposite to BC. So AD and BC are opposite sides, AB and CD are opposite sides. Thus AB, CD and AD, BC. Thus line segment AB, line segment CD and line segment AD and line segment BC are 2 pairs of opposite sides of quadrilateral ABCD. These are the 2 pairs of opposite sides of the quadrilateral ABCD. 2 sides of a quadrilateral are called its opposite sides if they do not have a common end point. Why we say these are the opposite sides? Why? Because this does not have a common end point, or they do not meet at a common point. They do not have a common end point, or they do not meet at a common meeting point. So these are called as opposite sides. So in this class we have studied about the components of triangles, quadrilaterals, and we have also studied about the adjacent sides of a quadrilateral, adjacent angles of a quadrilateral and opposite sides. In the next class we will study more about this and solve examples on it. So thank you students.